It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Seattle Seahawks. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
What? 280. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The first carry for C.J. Prosise.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, it's Carson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down to the 27-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley. Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a give, right side. Carson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Check green, check green, check green. Jim, 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 Jim. Switch, switch, switch.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Sugar, sugar.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is James White. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Hey, watch the slant. Shoot!
Hey, ball 66.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. We're scoreless after 1.
Set. Ready?
Check right 54. Right 54. Watch.
Ball 50.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. He's got daylight. The 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. It's caught. This is White. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Tighten up. Regular.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's airing it out for Sanu. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
All right, T, let's run. All right, T. Watch the eye.
Throwing again. Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ziggy Ansah. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't give it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected. But a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. 4 yards the pick up, 1st down. Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michelle. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Brady. That's complete to White. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Alert! Hey, Wahoo! 6'6", bullet high. Come on, boy. 72.
Brady now on 1st down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
I got you.
Alpha.
Under 10. Ozzy.
To throw again. Brady. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Check it.
Mine's 50.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Hey, Delta.
Mike's 50.
Hey, hey.
Again, it's Brady. And that's complete. It's Watson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They come out here in the eye. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And they will run it with Michelle. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gostkowski the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach? And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Devin McCourty picks it off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's complete to Lockett. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On first down, Procise. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. They run it with Carson. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Third and 2, now Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Wilson going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. This is Carson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. To throw is Wilson. Throwing on 4th down. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year. Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill. No surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, that credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most, that's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
The Patriots send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
Well, they always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He's going to air one out, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
A second down carry for Procise. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, and I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run again with Carson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Eluding the... And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Michel. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Man left.
Brady to throw. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Brady, just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Brady deferring to White on the draw. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Hey, set. 29. Alpha. Go Bandit.
To throw is Brady. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively. A really nice knockdown. He gets so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man. Because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
He's got White here. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Wait, set. Wait, 20. Here we go. 72. Regular. Jackson, reload.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now the Patriots will use the